About slicing a data frame. There are two ways to slice a data frame. One way is to use the lock method, which you pass, you have a comma in between, but the first element here is related to the rows, so that's number index, where the first row is index 0. Let's say from if you wanted to slice the first 10 rows, you just put 0 to 10. It's gonna be 10 because not including the last one, but including the first one, it's gonna be from 0 to 9. But the columns, you have to pass from column, but a string to another column. So I wanted to go from that to title. And then that's gonna slice the first 10 rows from column as of and title. I find I never use lock. I usually use iLock, which both rows and columns are integer indexes. So I'm just gonna give you an example here. So if I go on Netflix and then I do iLock, and then I usually put a comma here in the middle. Let's get the first 20, and I want it from columns 3 to 4. There we go. So 3 to 4 is only one column. Let's get 3 to 7 and gets a little bit more column, because usually it does include the last index. So another tip here that I always do whenever, because in Pandas, usually we do that in Spark as well, you can do chaining. So if I always, when I start some chaining here, I always put a bracket, a parenthesis, and then I can do things like, if I get this expression here, I have this slice here. So let's say I have a slice, and I can visualize, but I wanted to select only the column title. What I can do enter, then I put the column here. I need to be like that, then it's gonna work. But I wanted to do value counts. I do dot value counts of that column, and there you go. So just make it easier to read, and then let's say sometimes you're gonna chain like 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's easier to read. Now a very useful thing about Pandas is pivot tables. So you do Netflix and then you do pivot table. Oops, pivot table. And then you have to pass some parameters here. So first thing, you have to pass the index. So let's say I wanted to do the average ranking by title. So my index, which is going to be my rows, are going to be title. Needs to be capital because it's sensitive. And then the next parameter, I need to pass the values that I would like to aggregate. And then, as I said, if I put values is rank, and then I have to pass another one, is the ag function. So ag func equals, and then it's mean. So, and then it's gonna return, so by title, the rank. So the mean of the rank. So alive, the rank was 4.5. The mean of the rank, okay? And then what I can do here, if I do what I taught you before, if I put parentheses, and then I can just put a dot value counts, and then it's gonna count what did I do wrong here? No, it's gonna count like how many times that rank, but I need to select the column. So I wanted to select title. title. Should work now? No, it didn't work. Ah, I think I'm doing everything wrong here. So I think I should do sort values. Sort that I already told you. I just wanted to sort from top to bottom. And then I wanted to sort values by rank. Rank. And then if I do that, it's sort like ascending. I wanted to see the highest on top. So I put ascending, and then I pass false. And then it gets there. But it's scary stories to tell. But okay, the average of this one, the mean is 10, but I wanted to know how many times that one was there. So, and I'll do this later down. So let's do group by. For group by, it's very similar to pivot table, but it does like a lazy evaluation. So if I go Netflix and then I do group by, and then I pass the same column, which is title. So what I'm gonna do is if I run just that one, so I've done some mistake. I don't have that. So it just doesn't return anything. It just like create that object in memory. So it only returns once you select a column. So let's select like the same thing that we did there. Rank. So it still doesn't do anything. So what you need to do is you have to pass a aggregation function. In this case, let's pass mean, and there we go. So, and then now we can do the sort values, and then let's copy and paste. I don't need to type. And then produce the same results. So another thing that I'm just gonna copy and paste, but I don't want this video to be too long. So if you wanted to do aggregate columns, but more than one aggregation on that column, so you just, so in the case of group by, you just do the same thing that you did before, but you pass, instead of calling the method like we did here, like min, so you pass ag method and then pass a list with the aggregation, and then it's gonna be the mean, the maximum, and the mean of the rank. You can do the same with pivot table, but the thing is we don't have a pivot table. Is also good to pass like quote because you don't have a built-in mean. So but Pandas will understand. So if I put mean like this, it's gonna fail because the name mean was not defined. But if I pass, so quoted, it's gonna work because then Pandas understand that I mean the mean without any no pun intended there. So another scenario that you would like to do is, so for example, to answer that question before, if I wanted to calculate the rank, the mean rank of the movies, but I wanted to count the number and then sort by count to see which one has got, I can sort by mean and then say how many times the one that's in on top had an average. So I'm just gonna copy this and then I don't need to type. And then I'm just gonna explain the concept. So in this example, I wanted to still have titles in the rows, but I wanted to summarize or aggregate rank, but I wanted to aggregate the rank, the mean, but I want also to do title as count. So, and then I wanted to sort by count and see, so the same mistake that I did. So I need to put mean and count like this, and then it's gonna work. So the Cocomelon is the one that has got the most counts, and that's the average. Because I think if I sort by the mean, it's gonna show like scary stories to tell, but it's just like it once the ranking was 10. But actually, the best movie is the lowest, isn't it? So I should be not ascending. Should be like this. So this is the movie that has been the highest rank. So 7 times. Let's to finalize this part. Let's do the group by version, which is very similar. So you pass the egg and then you pass a dictionary with the key values. So the only difference with this one, you have to pass a list here, and then you pass like within, not a chaining method. It's a bit different. I'm just gonna put that in GitHub and put the link on the description of the video. So this video is getting too long. I'm just gonna do the melting method here, which kind of like if you wanted to make your data tidy. So let's say you have a white data here, and then you just wanted to unpivot that. So and then you use the method melt, which I'm gonna do quickly here for you. So it's pretty much that you do the melt and then you select the name and age that you wanted to preserve, but you wanted to pivot those uh, test 1 and test 2, and then I'm just gonna, I think I need to preserve the teacher as well. Be a good idea. Let's do it again. And let's see how it looks. There we go. So I have test and score. And then I rename here test and score. If I don't rename it, it's gonna call it, I think, value and var. So last two things, I'm just gonna show join and union. So if you think about SQL, so I'm just gonna load two data sets here. So this one is customer, just like a list of customers, and then the addresses of those customers. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna join those two tables in the customer ID field. And then to do that, it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna get here and then, so I use the method merge. So you have the left table here, and then you put dot merge and then the right table. And then you say how you're gonna do a join, you do inner, and then you set where, and then you have got a merge data frame. So you can do inner, you can do left. In this case, because all the rows are matching, so there's no point here. And then the last one is union. So let's get the address and then split into two. So top 100 and rest. And then to concat here, you can just get any, you do pd concat, and then you pass a list of those databases. So just to demonstrate here, the first one, I only have 100 items, and then the other one I have 7,000. So 100, and then the address rest is not 7,000, it's 317. The sum of those will be 417. So if I pass the address and then the address top 100 and address rest, it's gonna be 417. Okay guys, that's it. I'm just gonna give some link for some resources. I have Data School website, Pandas documentation, Effective Pandas book, which I get the most of my knowledge that I have in Pandas, which is a very good book from Matt Harrison, and also a cheat sheet that I told before, a markdown cheat sheet that will teach you the basic of markdown. Okay guys, thanks for watching. This video has been too long. I think I have an error here, but don't mind. I'll fix it and put in the GitHub. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the video, to the channel, like the video, and click the bell. See you next time.